here.
And here's your feet.
Oh, hi, Death.
Hi, Death. We're live, by the way.
I see that. Because you weren't going to give me the feed until we were.
Yeah! Okay. So, we've gotten to the second act.
Yep.
I think... Right. We left off here where we were...
At the set root thing, yeah.
Set root thing. We're gonna start Mariette's route.
Yep.
This is gonna get rough. How far in the game are you, Death? Because I know earlier, a few streams ago, you said you were farther along than us. But are you ready to get started with this route?
Am I?
Yes.
Well, I only have like an hour or so, but yes.
That's why I said get started.
Yes. Dusting the furniture in Miss Minchin's office was one of the easiest jobs that fell to Sarah. No heavy loads to be dragged, no sharp edges to threaten her fingers, no cold water to wrinkle her hands, only the gentle brush of a cloth over a surface, the instant reward of a clean shine.
Dusting is like being a sort of fairy. Dear bookshelf, I shall pass my wand over you and make you gleam.
If all her assignments were so simple, it would not be so difficult to keep up her spirits. Even this assignment could lose some of its charm if the office's owner chanced to be present. Sarah, is that porridge on your frock?
No, Miss Minchin. It must be dirt. I would not let food go to waste.
Still, she could not help but be embarrassed. It was no longer possible for her to keep herself as clean as she once had. Brush it off when you are out of sight. You look out of doors. You look a sight.
Yes, Miss Minchin.
Miss Minchin stood and walked closer, her shadow falling across Sarah's form. Take this! To Sarah's surprise, what was thrust at her was a folded piece of paper and some coins. The grocer's bill is due. Go to this address and pay it. Bring back an acknowledgement.
Okay. So... spoilers, I'm guessing. Since we're at 26 now.
Since we've passed the turn point.
Yeah. So, if you don't mind, spoilers.
I mean, we just won't reference exactly what happened. As I said, the store page for Steam actually says, like, until she loses everything.
Oh, you can't? Audio only, I'm guessing.
She did not need to add any threats. Sarah knew without being told that if the bill were not paid in full, it would not go well for her.
Yes, Miss Minchin.
It was difficult to feel quite so much like a fairy when one was only a little girl in a slightly dirty dress, alone and adrift on the streets of London. Lowercase London.
Yes.
Still, Sarah kept her chin up and carried on her way. After a long walk, she reached her destination, handed over the required payment, and had her bill stamped and signed. It was during her return journey that she once again caught sight of a familiar face. This time, she was not being carried away by a distant crowd. This time, she was stepping out of a shop directly in front of Sarah with a basket on her arm. Mariette could not pretend that she did not see her, and yet, she did not speak. Is this also me?
I cannot pronounce that.
Bon après-midi, Mariette. Good afternoon.
Are you well?
Mariette sniffed. That is not for you to worry about.
Of course it is. I'm very glad to see you. I was afraid that you were gone forever. Aren't you glad to see me?
Silently, Mariette turned her head and began to walk.
Please don't go.
But those words would not come out. Instead, she hurried along beside the Frenchwoman, sharing her path.
I see that you're on an errand. So am I. Miss Minchin has made me her servant, you see.
It was difficult for Sarah to put her situation into words. She did not wish to be seen whining and fussing like a spoiled child whose presence had gone astray. A soldier did not complain. And yet, she desperately wished for Mariette to understand and sympathize with her new lot. She spoke rapidly, pushing out the words before she could take them back.
Ouch! Wrong wording. We are just the same now, you and I.
Oh? Then you will understand that I have duties. My time is not my own. It is certainly not yours anymore.
Not mine?
It was true. She had once thought of Mariette as hers, the one person who belonged to her and no one else, like a slave owner. That connection was now broken, thank fucking God. It had never been Sarah's intention to treat her maid as an object to be used and cast aside. She had never seen Mariette as only a servant. Perhaps, though, Mariette had seen her as only a master.
You have a new position now, yes? Is there another little girl that you are looking after?
No.
A lady?
Why do you ask these questions?
I want to know that you are well.
I am well. I am busy. I am leaving.
Please, won't you tell me where you're living now?
Go home, mademoiselle. Do not follow me. She quickened her steps, leaving Sarah behind.
But I don't have a home. Not anymore. It hasn't been a home since you left.
Please cross out left and put kicked out. Were kicked out.
Since you left.
She stood there, watching Mariette as she was swallowed up into the crowd, never once looking back.
Where is my friend, who smiled and sang, who promised that she would always be there for me if I needed her?
Well, where's her paycheck?
All of her kindness, was it only because she had to serve me?
It was a cold and sad thought for any child to imagine that those they loved, those that they saw as a source of strength and comfort, saw them only as a burden. Miss Minchin's monstrous transformation from proud patron to harsh mistress had not been so unexpected, but had still been painful. The loss of Mariette cut far deeper.
Mariette, no! Yeah.
Sarah has no money anymore.
She is now...
Has been converted to a servant.
Yeah.
Without spoiling the reasons why. That's the basic gist of it.
And because we don't have money, Mariette no longer works with us.
Well, Miss Minchin very angrily fired her.
It was a whole thing? Yeah. Which is why it's like, spoilers? Question mark?
I mean, the titles are basically spoilers.
Yeah. It must be my fault. I don't believe she would have to lie. I don't believe she would have wanted to lie. I must have forced her to pretend that she was happy when she was not. It is my fault.
Even in the self-blame, Sarah was able to find a source of strength.
If I see her again, I will apologize. I will make it right. This is what a princess ought to do.
Emma, where is Sarah? Curled up in the corner there, slacking no doubt. You girl, get to your feet so the lady can see you. Sarah, who had been crouched on the floor scrubbing the inside of a particularly stubborn pot, pushed herself up. She rose too quickly for her dizzy head and then had to fight not to wobble where she stood. Shh, no, we're not saying anything, Death. You can't say anything. No spoilers, right?
I mean, Death might want us to answer.
I mean, honestly, yeah. It's not that much of a spoiler, I feel like, because if you've played to week 17, you know how much Sarah adores her dad and like fawns over him and stuff. And on the Steam store page, it says until she loses everything one day, so it was kind of obvious what was going to happen. But yes, her dad died. She's now broke. Mariette was fired by Miss Minchin because her dad is broke now. So Miss Minchin's refusing to pay for anything. Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't hard to know what was going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the game, they also made it insanely like dad.
Really obvious foreshadowing there.
So, but yes. So now we're working here. Our tasks for the week have also changed, so we aren't doing the same thing because we're not a student.
Yes, the tasks are entirely different. They're now servant-based tasks, and the stats that we get are also different, like hunger and pain and sorrow.
Yeah, so like for that Mariette event, we had to
we'll
use for sorrow.
Yeah, we'll explain it when we get to the actual screen of what to choose, I guess.
Oh, yeah!
Yes, now you gain sorrow and pain.
And hunger.
And hunger.
Yes, Miss.
We're still unsure whether these are really good things that we're aiming to collect, but it does seem like we need to spend them for the events. So, yeah. I guess?
Yes, Miss Minchin?
I guess we're trying to make Sarah as miserable as possible during.
Yep.
As you are so gifted with the French language, we'll assist the younger students with their lessons. However, you are not to linger about with them. Remember your place and your duties. You are not a friend to those girls. You work for this seminary. You are here to serve them, nothing more. If I catch you telling stories or shirking to gossip with the students, you will be punished. Is that understood?
Yes, Miss Minchin.
Good. Now get upstairs and air out the bedrooms.
Did it just get silent? Okay.
Hmm?
The music just stopped. And I'm like, did I break something?
I don't know, but in the first place, the music's like not audible to me. Like I can never hear it.
There's not much I can do about that.
What is the music set to in preferences?
I don't remember. We never changed this.
It's dead center. No wonder it's so quiet.
There. Have some music.
All right, I can just barely hear it now. Great. Great. Sarah nodded and left quickly, before any other unpleasant words could be spoken. There is something distressingly impudent about that girl. I do not trust her. I will not have her forming intimacies and talking to the other children. Oh, this is why she said this little girl is now friendless, because she's not allowed to have friends with these people. Girls that age love a grievance. If she begins to tell romantic stories about herself, she will become an ill-used heroine, and parents will be given a wrong impression. It's better that she should live a separate life, one suited to her circumstances. I am giving her a home that is more than she has any right to expect from me.
You can see how
Miss Minchin was also put deep into debt because the dad died, and Miss Minchin had been covering all of the expenses in the meantime, and Dad also lost all of his money. So all of the money he owed her is unpaid, which is why Miss Minchin is talking about like she could have and would have thrown Sarah straight out on the streets. Except it's a bad look for the school.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't worry, ma'am. Those little misses don't look much past their noses. You see how she's dressed? They don't want to talk. They don't want to think about her or talk to her more than out of my way or fetch my tea. Miss Minchin looked at her. Beg your pardon, ma'am. Have the tea brought to my rooms when it is ready.
Ouch!
Yes, ma'am.
Are the cops coming after us again?
Huh?
Nothing. So,
They're after Amanda, don't worry.
I'm
not playing that game today, so they'll never find me.
So, we have additional chores, one for each day.
Instead of our old school free time schedule.
Our stats are hunger, fatigue, pride, pain, chill, and sorrow.
Which we just spent all of our sorrow on Mariette.
Kitchen duty is 2 hunger and 1 sorrow, or 1 sorrow.
Can I describe the icons again?
Sure!
There's the no bread icon, which is like the no smoking icon, but it's bread, and that's for hunger. There's the doom shadow silhouette,
Well, actually,
which
let's...
is fatigue. Yes, fatigue. There's a little golden metal thing, which becomes pride. There's a pink lightning bolt, which becomes pain. There's a snowflake thing, which becomes chill. And there's something that looks like a dripping snowball, and that becomes sorrow.
So kitchen duty, which is 2 hunger, 1 fatigue, or 1 fatigue, 1 pain, or 1 hunger and a pride. Wash clothes, which is a chill and a pain, or a fatigue and a chill, or a sorrow and pride. Dust and polish, which was a fatigue.
It doesn't really look like a tear. It looks like a snowball, like dripping downwards, like it's melting.
Yeah, it literally it looks like when you form a snowball, but it's melting. So like
if there was a snowball that was just hanging out in the air, and then Frosty the Snowman was melting.
You are an interesting one.
Death sees it.
Yeah.
See, it's not quite a tear. It's more like a snowball for some reason.
Dust and polish, which is a fatigue, a pain, fatigue and sorrow, or just a pride. Run errands, which is 3 chill, a fatigue and a chill, or a hunger and sorrow. And 10 fires, which is all chill becomes fatigue. Gain fatigue and sorrow, or gain 2 fatigue and 2 sorrow, or gain 2 pride and a pain.
Yes. Well, we want sorrow probably because we just used all of it.
Which...
I'm inclined to do...
Wash clothes, dust and polish, run errands, and 10 fires all give something maybe.
10 fire seems to give the most, right?
Yes, because it's 2. instead of 1.
And then we should also be hoping for
Everything
hunger,
else.
chill, and pain, probably, since those are our
Also,
lowest.
it's interesting that, like, last time they all maxed out at 10. This time, fatigue is 7 for us
And
right now.
it's like a third of the way.
Yeah, so how much can
Maybe
you...
20.
Oof. Oof.
I mean, just look at how easy it is to get fatigue, though.
That is true.
Fatigue would max out easily.
Yes.
It's the other ones that are like, how
So-
much do you have to do in order to get to that? Anyway,
Yes.
what was kitchen duty again? Hunger and stuff. Okay, well, I don't want to get way too much fatigue, but pretty much everything gives fatigue, I feel like.
Yes, literally everything gives a fatigue.
Not to mention, if we want to get the
Watch close is the thing that has
Fire Sorrow, we're gonna have to get a lot of fatigue from that too.
Yes, but like wash clothes is the thing that gives the least fatigue. Well, and running errands.
Well,
Or has the least chance of
those are
gaining.
very small chances of things.
Yes.
What's under wash clothes again? Okay. What do you think of? We'll save beforehand, of course. 210 fires at the beginning.
Let me quick save because it restarts, so
Not stream 7, it's stream 6.
whatever. I'll rename it later.
Remember? 210 fires at the beginning, and then what's under run errands again?
Chill.
And what's wash clothes?
Yes.
Maybe 2 run errands and a kitchen duty? I don't know. We saved.
Yeah, sure.
And then if the 10 fires, if either one of those gets wasted on the conversion, we'll just redo it. Hey, look! I guess we're redoing it.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah, but the goal was to have more of those. We got a lot of chill.
A lot of chill.
Sarah's got lots of chill. She's not no chill.
Hey, 4 more fatigue. Reload.
Let's redo. Because we have a whole wasted day in there.
2 run errands and this.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 pride
Okay.
and pain.
Hooray!
2 fatigue and 2 sorrow. 3 chill.
Okay, I think we can just keep whatever we get from this time. Oh my god, she's so cold.
She's such a cold child.
So chilly. Alright, well, we got 2 sorrow. And we got a bit to everything else. And we have 6 chill, so now we have 10.
We're more cold than we are fatigued and prideful. I still don't know if these are good things.
I feel like they're not good things, but they are goals for us as players. Because we do need to spend them for events, it seems. Girl.
But it's very much like, wait, I'm spending sorrow to meet with someone?
Maybe now you're alleviating your sorrow when you meet people.
I
Except
guess.
I feel like Sarah should be more sad after that meeting with Mariette.
Yes, Cook?
Take this message into town. Just print it on the envelope. See? Take it and go. Sarah picked up the envelope and hesitated. What are you waiting for?
It's raining.
Oh, you have eyes and ears, do you? Mind you keep that ladder dry as you go.
I haven't a carriage anymore.
You better walk faster then.
But
And a tongue you found as well. Wondered how long that would take. Without warning, Cook lashed out with the wooden spoon she was holding, striking Sarah hard upon the arm.
ow!
That's what you get for talking back to me. Dogs aren't afraid of the rain. You're an animal the same as them, so you deal with it.
I don't think dogs like to go out in the rain either.
Are you gonna get moving, or am I gonna have to school you again? I have a little sympathy for her, though, because, like all of the other servants, have to deal with the rain. There was nothing else to be done. Sarah bowed her head, hiding the pain in her arm and the stinging in her eyes, and walked out into the rain. Wow, it really locks them now. Oh. Like, when it said set route, it really means you can only do her
that route, yeah. So, we don't even have the choice to... My dog hates the rain. He won't go outside if it rains. I just open the door and takes it. Oh. See, I don't know. I've looked after dogs that like just don't care.
I think some dogs like the rain, some dogs don't.
Yeah. Some dogs like the rain, but the minute it starts being a thunderstorm, they go and hide.
My problem with this is really that Sarah thinks that she can't go outside because it's raining, and how will she stay dry? She doesn't even care about the actual task given to her. She's how am I going to stay dry? It's like, I don't know. All of the other servants have to deal with the rain. Why do you think you should be special?
But getting a 10-year-old into that mindset...
I know, but
via past history is not easy.
You're not a rich bitch anymore. Get over yourself. Like, oh, but I can't take this letter. I don't have a carriage anymore. Like, okay, it's just water. It's just rain. Everyone else in the world has to deal with rain. It is obvious to any observer that London is a large city, and that two individuals could live within its confines their entire lives without ever crossing paths.
Well, yes?
As opposed to small towns where everybody knows everybody.
Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head.
What song?
The only line that I remember is where everybody knows your name. Glad you came. I don't know the song.
What?
I don't know.
Even two people who are searching for each other might never discover their targets if they did not know where to look.
Are these two people assassins?
Yes. In this, Sarah had an advantage. She had twice met Mariette in a certain district around a certain store. It seemed likely that whatever her new position was, she was sent to do errands in that vicinity. Therefore, whenever Sarah herself was sent into the town, if possible, she tried to pass through that region and keep watch for her former maid. Like a stalker.
Yeah, Sarah's a little bit of a stalker right now.
The city, like Sarah, was suffering from the passage of time. Gone from the streets were the sellers of roses and strawberries, the sweetness and color of summer. The only comfort was that the smell of high summer faded as well, but when winter came in force, it would be brutal.
I hope wherever Mariette is, that she's warm and safe.
Many trips to town had passed without incident before Fortune finally smiled on Sarah's quest of being a stalker. against the explicit wishes of said maid.
Meh.
She cut herself off. If they were not friends, if their relationship had been entirely unwanted, then it would be overly familiar to call Mariette by her Christian name.
Mademoiselle Dumas, please wait.
I think it's Dumas.
Whatever. I tried.
Don't be rude to Mariette. We'll already say her first name differently in like a really anglicized way. That address caught the young Frenchwoman's attention, although it seemed to cause some confusion. What is it that you want?
Yes, the Dumas, okay.
See, you'll listen to it when it's from Death. Oh, bitch.
To apologize to you. I never meant for you to be unhappy in any way. I never meant to force you to pretend that you were happy. I did not mean to make you say anything you did not feel. Miss Minchin tries to make me say that I am grateful, even when she's hard. I never meant to be cruel to you.
No, please, mademoiselle, stop. She sighed deeply. You are not a cruel mistress. If I could, I would much rather be tending to you and dressing you as I once did, rather than working in the position where I am now. If I could, avec d'ici et de me, on mettrait Paris en bouteille.
Okay. What?
I don't understand all of the with these ifs and these buts on something Paris on bouteille, which I'm forgetting what that means. Sorry, Death.
You're better at French than I am.
I have a suspicion that I'm putting the accents or like the emphasis on all of the wrong syllables. So sorry, Death.
I'm just like, what does that say? What? Did you slur your French?
Oh, maybe it's with some ifs and some buts. One something Paris something.
Need to study up on some
I want to
French.
say like maybe it's something about like one could meet in Paris, but I'm very rusty on my French. It's been so many years.
Better start
Holy
studying.
fuck, it's been almost 10 years.
With ifs and buts.
We'd put Paris in a bottle. Okay.
Oh.
I got the with ifs and buts then.
Good job.
I got the first half correct.
Interesting expression.
Thank you, Death. Oh.
The next line. With ifs and buts, we could put Paris in a bottle?
If we could have every if that we wanted, then we could do anything. But we don't, and we can't.
I just find it funny that we stayed there for that long. And then they translated it.
Yes. Well, I think they know that their players aren't actually French.
If wishes were horses...
You don't have horses anymore either, Sarah. She smiled faintly.
I think that horses made of wishes would be lovely. Soft with lavender coats and gold manes, but a city in a bottle is nice as well. It would sparkle.
You're still a most peculiar child. For a moment, she seemed more friendly, but then her face hardened again.
Because she got to get back to her job.
Mm-hmm. This is the way of the world. No one can have what they wish for. We work until we die or we starve. Anything we gain will be taken away. There is no justice.
It is not right. It is not fair. Why must everyone suffer?
Because capitalism. Capitalist hellscape. I have work to do.
Perhaps I'll see you again?
Who can say?
Goodbye. She is so different from the way that she used to be. But I am different as well. Perhaps she too serves a cruel mistress now.
But Mariette had been right. There was work to do and no more time for contemplation. New week. Sarah!
Yes, Miss Minchin?
Take this!
A Latin book? Did you want me to put this away from you, ma'am?
No, that is for you.
Am I gonna be allowed to return to classes? Perhaps there was a mistake. Perhaps my papa lives and...
Of course not! ... You're still an ignorant child. Be grateful that you are being given the chance to make something better of yourself. Study that in the evenings. You'll be examined on its contents to see how you are progressing. When you have learned that book satisfactorily, then and only then may I may grant you another.
To make a chore what should be a delight. But I am hungry for books, and she knows that. She knows it. Thank you, Miss Minchin.
I am pleased to see your attitude has improved somewhat. Remember, you are in my debt for all that was spent on you that your father never paid. But that does not mean that you can never be redeemed. Show a good Christian work ethic, serve as you are told, cause me no more trouble, and perhaps when you are an adult we will be able to come to a new arrangement.
This hurts on so many levels. Just this line hurts me on so many levels. Do you think you are a good Christian?
Now, on with your chores. Pain and sorrow and hunger. But we spent some of our fatigue.
I mean, there's really not too much we can do for...
I hear my cat howling.
Pain, sorrow, and hunger. Meow. Yeah. There's a meow in the background. That loud cat.
He's here. He hears you talking shit about him.
Do you think I care? It's not like he liked me.
Huh?
Not like he liked me.
Scratch you next time.
No, he's too busy running away. I don't know.
He's busy running around chasing Katesa. Is what he's busy doing.
This. What do you think of this?
I see sorrow and fatigue. Opportunities. And opportunities for...
Hunger. And there's barely anything for pain. You kind of just have to... luck it out.
Oh.
It has a chance for pain, have a chance for sorrow, have a chance for...
What else gives pain? Everything.
Kitchen, everything but running errands.
Those 10 fires? Oh, pride and pain.
Like, this is chill and pain, this is fatigue and pain, this is fatigue and pain.
Why are we trying for so much hunger?
I mean, what? This is just, I randomly pick stuff.
I feel like you could turn one of those kitchen duties into dust and polish, because dust and polish has the benefit that we'll get pain or sorrow, 2/3 chance.
Ready? This good?
Have you saved?
Yes.
Then great.
Pride and pain.
Wow, Sarah's real prideful.
Sorrow and fatigue.
Sorrow. A bit.
Hunger and pride.
Prideful little girl.
Fatigue and pain. Pride.
I think we should redo that.
A hunger, 3 fatigue, 4 pride, 2 pain, and 2 sorrow. Oh, man.
Okay, we're redoing this one too. Oh my god. Sarah's just really prideful.
This week is her pride week. Oh no, maybe she's ace.
Is it still Ace Pride Week? It's Sunday. Ace Pride Week ended.
Did it officially end?
I don't know.
I thought it was... Is it 20th to 27th, or is it only the 20th to 26th?
I don't know.
Well, you would know better than I would.
I just know that for some amount of time, a bunch of Tumblrs tell me, hey, it's Ace Pride Week. And then they stop saying that. Another wasted day. Okay, we gain some hunger. More pride.
Do you want to know how I usually figure out that it's Ace Pride Week? You tell me.
I feel like all of these results have sucked.
But...
This one's still bad because we wasted an entire day and one pride. Sorry, Death. We're just like save scumming the hell out of these stats. Oh my god, again? It's getting revenge on me now for saying we should scum it. We should swap whatever. Well, do any of these give us chill? Maybe we should swap it.
Why were we going for chill?
I don't know.
We have so much chill in comparison.
I'm saying, do we have any that have possibilities of chill?
No.
Oh, okay, well.
Like, if we do wash clothes, then yes.
Oh, let me see, wash clothes. I mean, we have the same option of, like, we have the same chances of getting a pain or a sorrow on wash clothes as we would with dust and polish.
So you want to do that?
I'm thinking... What?
So that.
Let me double check wash clothes. Yeah, because we really don't want chill. Oh, sorrow. Okay. Okay. Perfect. We got 5 sorrow.
And 5 fatigue, a pry, 2 pain, and 1 chill.
Everything's up to at least 5 now, so that's nice. I'll accept this one after that many save scums. Sarah's life was just as filled with people as it had always been. She lived in the same school, and the same faces surrounded her. And yet, it was a strange and lonely life. More often than not, there was no one at all that she could talk to.
What about Becky?
Becky's busy with her duties too. When she was sent out on errands and walked through the streets, a forlorn little figure carrying a basket or a parcel, she felt as if the crowds hurrying past her made her loneliness greater.
When I was the Princess Sarah, and I went out in the town in my carriage or walking with Mariette, everyone liked to turn and smile at me.
She had been a beautifully cared for little girl, which naturally attracted attention. Her bright, eager little face, her picturesque clothing, all had been rare and pleasant to look at.
No one looks at me now. No one seems to see me at all.
There was, unfortunately, no shortage of poor and shabbily dressed children in the streets of London. One more was nothing remarkable at all.
They need to have a better, system.
What, socialism?
Yes.
Great. Even with the great shock of her changing circumstances, Sarah's body had not ceased to grow. She had been allowed to keep only the oldest and least valuable of her clothing, which now fit quite badly indeed. As such, when it happened that Sarah passed by a shop window with a mirror in it, she did not at first recognize the reflected girl as her. ...
Oh, Papa, what would you think of your little missus now?
I don't know, it's his fault.
Cool. 5 hunger.
Great, we're gonna be spamming kitchen duty.
Ready?
Yep. I'll probably have to go after this one.
That's what I figured.
It was a dreary day, with grey skies pressing so heavily down upon London that the occasional outburst of cold drizzle felt like a relief. When Sarah caught sight of Mariette, the young Frenchwoman was muttering to herself and trying to wrap a blanket around the basket she carried in her arm to keep the rain off. Distracted, she stumbled, and Sarah rushed to her assistance. Merci.
You're welcome. I only have to fetch apples today. They don't mind getting a bit wet, even if they can't appreciate the rain as much as they used to when they were still on trees.
She noticed that Mariette was staring at her. Had she spoken so oddly? Surely her former maid was accustomed to greater flights of fancy.
I would like to see an apple tree, but I do not believe there are any in London. Not in public. Someone would take all of the fruit.
Sarah's words were cut off as Mariette's fingers seized her chin. She tilted her face from side to side, briefly examining it, then released her.
Super blushed. Super blushed.
Uh-huh. You have not been eating.
Sometimes I must miss meals if I haven't finished my chores in time.
It seemed like a shameful thing to admit, but inside of Sarah a light was kindled. Someone noticed! What about your wages?
Wages?
You said that you had been made a servant.
Oh, I suppose it would be useful for a servant to be paid wages.
Usual, not useful.
Usual.
As a privileged student, the matter of payment for services had never been her concern. Sarah knew in the abstract that Mariette had been paid on her father's account, but she had never seen the details.
Miss Minchin has made it clear that I am in her debt for everything that she has spent on me in the past.
Mariette broke out in a stream of angry French, containing words which the gently raised Sarah had never before heard, could not possibly translate.
Oof!
Motherfucking shit ass, what the fuck?
Hey!
Excuse me, French.
This is a family-friendly stream.
Bitch, since when? This is under my email address. It's never been like.
I'm sorry.
No, you do not apologize to me. There was no answer Sarah could make.
Why are you swearing? Because that's what she does for some reason.
Oh, it said that Mariette let out a stream of angry French, including words that the politely raised young Sarah could not possibly translate. So I was making an excuse my French joke.
It was a bad joke. You shouldn't listen to her.
I don't know why people say excuse my French after swearing. Mon Dieu. Thank you, Dad.
What? I'm confused. Okay.
Death is swearing.
Okay.
Mon Dieu. London is no better than the Mosh, and Madame Minchin is... Again, a word that had escaped Sarah's vocabulary, although the sentence was clear. Presumably, something French word for bitch!
These are interesting swear words or phrases.
Would you like to translate any of them, Death? I only have a vague sense. You remember I told you I was raised by innkeepers, not my parents, yes? A couple who took money for children whose parents could not raise them. I was not the only one, but I was a lucky one. I was old enough to be useful. The babies, more often than not, were not worth the effort. We could work, we lived. Yes, yours. They took my mother's centime and made me their slave. They kicked me and starved me and kept me in rags and told me always how much I owed them for my life.
Ooh.
Reminds me of Les Mis. Thank you, Dad.
It's French.
Wait, Sharky. Do you want to make attempts at reading?
No! 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 I would insult death.
Well, you don't swear in English, but could you swear in French?
No! It's not that I can't swear in English, I choose not to.
I said you don't swear in English.
So I'm not gonna swear in French either.
Well, why not? It sounds like such fun.
Because I don't want to swear.
Even when my mother visited, I didn't dare to complain. I did not want to seem ungrateful. ... This sounds familiar to you, yes? I told you, the world is the same wherever you go. I'm also sorry for my really shitty French accent. It's difficult for any child to look at an adult and see them as they might have been before. Sarah could not easily picture the kind, serene maid she had known as a mistreated child.
I'm just looking at those the things that said. I'm like, these are so interesting phrases. I won't read them, but they're interesting.
Why?
Uh.
She believed the story. She knew Mariette was not one to fib. But how could it have happened? And how could such a child have escaped and grown?
Did someone come to your help? Did someone come to help you? Your family? Your cousins?
My cousins were the other children of the inn. My mother was a factory girl until it killed her. I never had a father. You know, I really think that this might be based on this.
Tabernacle host a wafer. What?
Hmm? That sounds like something that would come from Quebec.
Is it?
I don't imagine French people swearing about wafer boxes. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. But that seems like something that would be Canadian.
But that's also a swear?
I guess so.
Huh. Huh.
Anything's a swear if you say it angrily enough.
Which is what comes from when people are angry towards
Oh.
That makes sense.
See, you can say that one. See, you can say this one.
No!
Why? Why not? You're angry towards the church.
Continue reading.
I did. I read this one already.
I only heard the first sentence.
Oh my god. I'll start over. My cousins were the other children of the inn. My mother was a factory girl until it killed her. I never had a father. I left Limoges on my own when I was old enough, when the landlady wished for me to do unsavory things to earn my keep.
Yee.
The only person you can count on to help you is yourself. Good day. With that, she took her basket and left. Sarah watched her walk away. Her hunger, her loneliness, both were undiminished. And yet, something had changed.
Mariette understands, but she will not help me. No one will help me. What should I do? Quintus Filius est.
Sarah sat alone in her attic room, practicing the vocabulary from the Latin book she had been given.
It's been so long since I've studied Latin.
Well, it's been so long since I studied French, so now it's read words in a language you're really rusty at.
I only had 2 years of Latin!
I only had like 5 years of French, it's fine.
Mitera mater pueri est.
It's just really funny hearing you read this in the serif.
I'm trying to keep the voice, but it's really hard.
She could scarcely hear her own voice over the rattling of rain on the slate roof. The sound of droplets surged and danced in waves, seeming to form words she could almost understand.
This is when I go back in time and wished I could have taken more Latin classes. I cannot concentrate.
She set the book on the thin mattress and looked up at the blurred, shifting images through the wet skylight. Where's Becky during this? Because she's supposed to be sharing this room with Becky. So, like, where's Becky at? She stood on her bed and looked at the skylight when it was not dark or raining. She could see the attic window of the house next to Minchin's seminary.
Sorry, my eyes are still going back to the tabernacle.
However, that window was always dark, you could see. The house was vacant.
I wish someone would move into that house. Suppose that one morning I looked out and saw that window propped open and a head and shoulders framed within it. If it looked a nice head, I might begin by saying good morning, and then all sorts of things might happen.
Yeah, the head might roll off the dead body that it's on, because it's the attic.
Of course, it's not really likely that anyone but underservants would sleep in an attic.
Or dead bodies. Sarah looked around at the dark and dirty environment that had become her living space. All around, the world was gray. A few spots of color, the old red footstool, the book's cover, Emily's hair, were like fish in muddy water, glimpsed for moments and then fading away.
This is the best I can look forward to for the rest of my life. To have books when Miss Minchin decides that I am worthy of them. When I am older, she will make me a teacher, but she will never pay me. There will always be more debt. She will be obliged to give me more respectable clothes for the school's sake, but they will still be plain and ugly, and make it clear that I am a servant, and I will never escape.
Then a thought came back to her, which made the color rise in her cheek and the spark light itself in her eyes. She straightened her thin little body and lifted her head.
Whatever comes cannot alter one thing. If I am a princess in rags and tatters, I still can be a princess inside.
You were never a princess.
It would be easy to be a princess if I were dressed in cloth of gold, but it is a great deal more of a triumph to be one all the time when no one knows it. Marie Antoinette, when she was in prison and her throne was gone, and she had only a black gown and her hair was white, and they insulted her and called her the widow. What?
I don't know, but you really shouldn't be admiring the Antoinette.
Widow Capet?
Capet, probably? I don't know. If it's French, it would be Capet, but I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Knowing me, it's probably the way I didn't say it. She was a great deal more like a queen than when she was so gay. When she was so gay and everything was so grand. I liked her best then.
You really shouldn't be admiring Marie Antoinette in this era.
Those howling mobs of people did not frighten her. She was stronger than they were, even when they cut her head off. Nothing that I am facing is as frightening as that.
I really want to know what the mindset is of the people who are writing this game.
Just, yeah, Marie Antoinette's bad, lol.
Like,
I don't fully know the history.
like, you shouldn't be idolizing her.
I don't fully know the history at all. So.
Basic summary. Marie Antoinette, the person who said, let them eat cake.
Yes. Which I've heard was
rich.
never actually said, but whatever, yeah.
The same essence of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, when the people were starving and had no food, completely oblivious and stuff, and didn't care about the poor, and then was killed because she didn't care about the poor and she was rich and shit during the French Revolution. This is what she's referring to.
Well, you gotta go, right?
Let's run through the stats real quick before I go. Just
So,
because I feel like this is such an...
kitchen duty?
Let me see kitchen duty.
Gives us pain.
Give us possible pain. I'm inclined to maybe keep like 1 wash clothes or 2 wash clothes.
Here.
Actually, what's under 10 flares again? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Sure.
Let's become hungry again.
Yep. Hunger and pride. Chill and pain.
There's our pain.
Chill and pain.
Yay, we're more pain.
There is our pain.
And more hunger.
Great. We got all 5 hunger back. 2 fatigue, 1 pride, 2 pain, and 2 chill.
So we're at 5 hunger, 13 fatigue, 11 pride, 7 pain, 13 chill, and 7 sorrow.
And saving.
And saving.
Sorry to cut this one short with my busy life.
But we will be back Wednesday.
Thanks for joining us, Death. We're doing a Halloween special. Except it won't be on Halloween. It'll be the day before. So October 30th, this Wednesday. We're going to do a Halloween special.
So we're doing a Halloween special for Mischief Night.
And we're going to have a guest for that one.
So
Mango's coming back.
So come if you can.
Join us. Join us if you aren't too tired. And I hope you feel less tired.
Yes, I hope you feel better. Too.
And good luck with
job
stuffs.
Yeah. Have a good
Bye. Bye, Dad.
bye.